Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Trisha here. I'm going to make this is out of this old book again, and it's chocolate pinwheels, and this is a first time recipe for me, so I'm going to be following this book, and I'll just show you. It's my mum's old book, and it's a bit dishevelled looking, but it's had a lot of use over the years, and I'm just lucky to have my hands on it. So we're just going to try this one and see how it turns out. So the two mixes, this is going to be the plain mix and this is going to be the chocolate mix. Chocolate pinwheels these are called. So I think the technique is make the plain, roll it out to an oblong and make the chocolate, roll it to an oblong and assemble the two together and then roll them up. I'm just going to use the mixer for this. So in goes my caster sugar. You could probably use just ordinary sugar, but I've chose to use caster sugar. And with my margarine, it says butter or margarine, so you all know I use margarine. I'm going to just cream this together. It would help if I turned it on. Okay, so I scraped this down a couple of times just to get it all incorporated. Oh, it's nice and like creamy, and I've actually went ahead and sieved the flour and I'm going to add it just a spoonful at a time to get it incorporated. And I'm going to put this on the low setting or it'll fly everywhere. It says just to gradually add your flour, but I'm taking a chance with a spoon at a time. I'm going to fry it all in there. Just to keep the mixture down. I want to give this side to be scraped down just to make sure everything's incorporated. And that's going to do that for now. I don't want to mix it too much to make too much gluten. So just scrape all this off, and that's our first dough made. And I'll get the second batch made up, and basically the second batch you substitute some of the flour for cocoa powder. We just make it up the same way, and once I get that all done, then I'll be back. We'll get these rolled out. Make sure that's all cleaned off. I'm not even going to wash my bowl because that's the white mixture, and I'll just fry it onto a plate, and that'll be easy to roll out because it feels nice. So that's our first dough, and I'm going to go ahead and get the second one made here. So I actually had to work this one a wee bit longer just to get all the streaks of white away from the plain dough, and it feels the same consistency as the other one. So what I'm going to do, I already lifted the plain dough and put it in the fridge. I just like to chill it off for maybe 10 or 15 minutes so it's easier to work with. And just put it on a plate and bung it in the fridge with the other one. Okay, so that's had about 10-15 minutes. Give me time to get the dishes done, and I'm going to try this, see what way we get on. I'm actually going to split this into two because I think if I use one and then the other, the rolls are going to be too thick. So I'm going to use the single recipe. With the white, the first plain dough, I'm going to just shape it into a ball and cut it in half. And I'll fire this bit back in the fridge. And I'll do the same with the chocolate. Just use a different part of this mat and cut it in half. And this bit, these two bits are going back in the fridge. It doesn't say what size, it just says to shape them into an oblong. So I'm trying to roll this without any flour. And I'm going to try and keep it in the shape of an oblong. Stick into that, so I'll put a wee bit of flour down. Make it a wee bit easier to roll. I'm just putting the bare minimum down on that. And keep shaping this back into an oblong. And it doesn't say how thin or anything to roll it either, so I'll just use my judgment. And just try and keep it in an oblong, and for it not to break. And that's pretty easy to use, it's pretty easy to manoeuvre, but I think we need it a bit thinner than that, so another wee bit of flour. And just push it all back together if it starts coming apart on you. This is a new recipe to me, so if these turn out good, then I'll make more. Let me try and keep it an oblong shape and try and get it the same. Same width, and I don't think I want it any thinner than that because it's just going to all break on me. So I'd say just push it back together. And comes apart, just maneuver it. Okay, so I'm going to try and get this one the same. Just give it a push down and a little bit of flour. I want to try and get the same breadth and the same thickness. my second tray. Okay, so that's the first lot's going in, and the baking time on these is 12 to 15 minutes. And I'm using the second shelf down in the oven here. And I'm going to put a timer on for 5 minutes, 6 minutes actually. And then I'll rotate the tray. And I haven't got my baking paper on. And these don't look anything like pinwheels to me. But I'm sure they will taste good. And bits. Okay. So these look more like pinwheels, but you can see the pastry in the middle. Maybe they'll cook off different. But we'll give them a try and see. Alright, I'll bring you back whenever I bring the first lot out of the oven. And they don't look too bad at all. Actually, you can see more of the white now that they've cooked. So get the other tray in. They're not too bad. Whoops. And they are cooked. Look nice in the back, front. And I think it was my own error. I shouldn't have put the dough in the fridge. It made it a bit harder to work with. So I'll know that for again. These aren't full looking pinwheels because you should see the roll of white. But they smell gorgeous. They smell like shortbreads with chocolate. And they will be eaten. I'm just kicking myself that I did that step of putting them in the fridge, but a new recipe to me, so I'll know for the next time. And let these cool down a bit and then I'll give one a try. Let's try one. Tastes like shortbread. The white one and the chocolate one tastes like chocolate shortbread. Nice. I'm just going to lift them out there to let them cool. Nice little morsels whenever you want a wee sweet treat. Okay, turn you off. Well, that's the second lot. They actually look a lot better. There's more of the wheel on them. Pinwheels without the wheel, huh? There you go, guys. So got quite a lot out of that batch. And don't do what I did. Don't put the dough in the fridge because it makes it too hard to work with. Alright, hope you liked this wee video. If you did, give me a thumbs up as usual, and I'll see you all in my next one. And even consider subscribing. I'd love to have you in my kitchen. See you later, guys.